So if you were around 1 year ago, you watched a video and I said this. Now that it is 2022 and I have maxed it out for this year, not gonna lie, I was so close before this year started to getting to a 40,000. Would have been such a nice thumbnail. $40,000 Roth IRA, but the market is down a little bit, so it's not quite there. Oh, little did we know what 22 would have in store for us. So now I am saying pretty much the exact same thing. Oh, I'm so close to 40. Oh man, it would have been such a nice thumbnail. $40,000 Roth IRA, but I got smacked last year, just like you did. So I'm right there. Let me show you exactly what it is, and I'll also reveal all the incredible things, the list of investments and the amazing funds and ETFs that I have inside my Roth IRA. If you are not using your Roth IRA, go look. I've been making Roth IRA videos forever, but I want to show you exactly what's inside my Vanguard Roth IRA and how close I am to 40 and how much I got smacked last year inside the Roth IRA. Here is the Roth IRA, and you can see up in the top right, I have $39,960.63. I gotta go back to that video. I pretty much think I lost my entire contribution from last year, guys, and I will show you the performance over the last year. But guys, very simple. Here it is. I have vtsax and VTI inside my Roth IRA. Here's a couple reasons why I have both. One, I didn't really know that much about VTI when I first started. I didn't really know that much about VTI and pretty much every ETF. I didn't know that much about it, but I knew about vtsax. It was in all the Boglehead books that I read and everything, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to go with vtsax. So I went with it. Now, why did I get away from vtsax? One, and I talked about this because possibly one day, this is a very, very big possibly, I might want to wheel VTI inside my Roth IRA. I don't do any options trading or any really investing inside the Roth IRA now. This is my investment. This is like my foundation. This is my retirement. Like, I don't want to mess with that. All my options and wheeling and day trading, that's all side, like YOLO, less than 10% of my net worth. This is my bread and butter, guys. I am an index fund investor. And when I heard about VTI, the possibility, I at least wanted to leave my options open if I wanted to one day wheel. I only have 58 shares of it right now. Today, I added 33 shares. That with the Roth IRA just went up to 6,500 for me. I was able to add about 33, which left me with $61. Now, I will say that's a good thing about having vtsax in there is that there is no minimum requirement. Once you have the $3,000 that you need initially to get into vtsax, you could put in $1. It doesn't matter. And for some strange reason, Vanguard, I mean, I used to be a fanboy, but I've been talking more shit about you over and over and over and over again. The fact that they won't allow me to do a fractional share of VTI blows my mind. It just blows my mind that they're not on the fractional share. Now, I know they keep their costs low and stuff like that, but I don't know how hard that is for a broker. I don't know. But the good thing now about having vtsax is I had $61 left over after I bought the 33 shares today. So I was able to dump that $61 into vtsax. That hasn't gone in yet because it all settles, right? We know that these funds, they settle at the end of the day. They don't trade like an ETF. Mutual funds, they settle at the end of the day. So tomorrow that will go in at the end of the day, where VTI is an ETF. It trades it live like a stock. So that's it. And that's all I'm ever going to have. I first started investing in my Roth IRA in 2018, and it's been this the whole entire time. If I put 33 shares again in next year, well, hopefully I'll only be able to put like 10 shares in, because that means that the price will have gone up so much, but it's still going to be a bunch of years before I can even wheel this. But god damn, what's with this $40,000 mark? I've touched it. I've kissed it. I've been so close to it. I just can't get there. But let me show you the performance of this over time and how it compares to my contributions, because if you're new to the Roth IRA, you're going to want to see this. All right, friends, so here it is. I lost 19% last year on this portfolio. 19%. You can see I put the $6,000 in. I didn't put anything else in the rest of the year. Down $6,800. So essentially, like I said, I got close at 40 and then I lost pretty much a year's worth of contributions. But here's where we zoom out. Okay. If we look year to date, there's no rate of return right now. That's fine. Okay. $924 right here. They haven't calculated that. It is Vanguard. Their user interface sucks. In the last year, down 19.3%. The last 3 years, I am up 3.6%. So if you think about that conceptually, the last year, down 19%. But over the last 3 years, I'm up almost 4%. All right, so you are going to have down years, you're going to have good years, you're going to have bad years. Over the last 3 years, this blue line represents the growth of the portfolio. This yellow line represents me putting money into my Roth. So you can see in the early days or 3 years ago, I was not maxing this thing out. I was throwing money in whenever I could. Then I got to this one, boom, I started putting them in chunks, 6,000. So 2020 was the first year after doing it for 3 years that I was able to just, boom, put money in. Here's the next year, put money in. Here's the next year, put money in. All right. I have investment returns over the last 3 years of $3,400. Tax-free, guys. Tax-free money. So minus 19, then I have 3.6 all time. This was 3/1/2019. But as we know, you can contribute to your Roth IRA up to tax day for the previous year. So when I opened this account in 3/1, I put money in for 2018 first. So that's why I say that I've really been doing this since 2018, a 5% return over those years. So 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, I've pretty much got a 1% return. And I know, 1% return, 5 years with a minus 19 in there. Guys, I'm okay with that, okay? I have $4,700 tax-free. If I was 59 right now, it would still be $4,700. But here's what I wanted to show you if you are new to the Roth IRA. Look at the returns versus my contributions. Guys, don't go in and look at this very often because you're going to see it's not going to change much, all right? It wasn't until we started to have some nice runs that I really separated myself. But you can see, let's see where this got all the way up to because this was last year when I almost kissed it. 38,319, 38,551. So this is actually the highest the portfolio has ever been at 39. So I almost got to 40, but then over the last year, it went from 38.5, 35, 34, 32. Ooh, that was nice in July. But then, boom, down to 30. So I went from 38 to 30 from the time of March 1st all the way down until September. So in a 6-month span, I lost almost $8,000. Guys, don't look at your portfolio. I'm not going to look at this again until next year. I'm really not. Like, I know the price of VTI is around 190, so I'll be able to think like, oh, my Roth's probably up, my Roth's probably down. But all I need to really listen to is the market up, is the market down, okay? Here's the returns on a larger scale. You can see there were times where I was in the red, all right? At one point, I was in the red way back in 2020. This was COVID, all right? So it climbed up, dipped, but then look, if I would have got spooked and been like, nah, Roth's not for me. I just lost 3% of my money. No, look what I would have missed out on. Boop, 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 all the way up to here. These are investment returns. At one point, this portfolio was up $11,500. All right, that would have been tax-free money. Once again, dipped back down, but never got in the red again. And I hope it never does get in the red, but I also hope that it stays down low. Because guys, with the price of VTI right now, if we were to look at that, we can see it's currently $195, guys. If we scroll back, and here's why we want prices to stay low, and this is why we like dips, and this is why this can continue to dip. If we look at this red line, it intersects right back here. This is March 4th, 2021, almost 2 years ago, all right? This right here, January 28th, 2021, 2 years ago, all right? So this is why you also pay off debt first, right? If it was this date, January 28th, 2021, and you were like, I'm not going to pay off my 20% credit card debt. I need to return. I need to invest the money. I'm going to get more in my investments than I am by paying off my debts, okay? You would look like a hero for about a year, okay? But now, today, you'd still have the debt and you'd have exactly the same amount of money in your investment portfolio. So this is another great example of why you should pay off your debts first, because if you're getting into the game now, you are in the same exact position, buying at the same exact prices as somebody back in 2021, guys. That is the beauty of the Roth IRA. And that's the beauty of dollar cost averaging in and just getting money in and zooming out. Each one of these candles is the equivalent of 1 day. All right. So if we think about it, we still haven't even touched COVID lows. Like, people are like panicking about the markets right now, right? If you've heard, guys, this is COVID lows. COVID lows right here are at $109. This can still slide another 50% and we would be at COVID lows. Okay. This right here before COVID lows, it was at 170 and everyone thought we were in the greatest market ever. And there was a guy talking about how huge the future was. It was going to be huge. The markets are huge, right? And that was when it was 171. So everyone right now is like, oh my God, the market's now 19% last year we lost. It's still up. From when we thought we were having the greatest time and the greatest party ever, you're still up $20 per share. All right. So like I said, zoom out, guys. vtsax index fund, whatever you want. That's what I invest in. There's something you might want to look at, guys. I'll see you next year on the next Roth IRA video.